All right. Hey, gang. Nate Bear here, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and Trade of the Day. And in today's video update, I want to go over a couple of things. The first thing I want to go over here is the SPX. And then I've got a fresh trade setup that I'm watching for entry, possibly today. So the first thing I want to sort of show you here is, finally, after so long, we're finally getting a decent pullback in the indexes. This is great because it will bring back some of these names that have been just on fire, and it will bring them back into buyable ranges, prices where it makes sense to then get back in on the long side, as opposed to having to chase names like Nvidia, names like Amazon, up, names like Apple, right? Trying to chase these things, and Meta, all these big tech names, which have just been pushing. This pullback will potentially give us the opportunity to get into some of these names at prices around the mean, around the 21 EMA. So in the SPX, there is one level that I want you to notice, one level that I want to point out to you, and that is if we consider all of this price action off of the March, 13th low right here, the biggest pullback we've seen, the biggest pullback within this whole period from this low into this high was right here, from this high to this low. And if we use our symmetry tool and measure that and then project that from the current high, swing high, we get a level of 43.0, well, we'll just call it 43.10, which also happens to line up with the daily 21 EMA. Now that's pretty close to 4,300. So I would say between 4,300 and 43.10, that's a level where I would consider selling a put spread in the SPX, where I would consider selling put spreads in long names that I like. It's a level where if the bulls are going to keep this going, they really need to come in and sort of defend that level. We've had, about a little bit over a week long pullback here in the SPX. And if the bulls are going to sort of retake and maintain control, 4,300 to 4,310, key critical area to watch today for the bulls to hold. All right. So the name that I'm watching for entry today is TTD. This one has been nice and strong, very consistent. They've got a nice earnings win here. The stock has been sort of steadily trending higher since then. And now all of a sudden we've got this great pattern. And you may say, hey, Nate, well, there's no squeeze down here. You're right, there's not on the daily chart, but let's zoom into the 195-minute chart or the 130-minute chart. And now all of a sudden we see two great patterns, right? Both with really nice daily squeezes. So where would I want to pick up TTD? Well, the daily EMA, the daily 21 EMA is right here about 74. And you can actually see I've got an alert set here at 74.25. So if we get a little bit of a dip in TTD today down to that 74.50, somewhere in that range level, that's a level I will consider buying TTD. I would consider this trade good anywhere sort of above 73, right? If TTD comes in and starts to go like that and breaks these lows right here, that's it. That trade's toast for me. But if TTD can maintain above 73, I like it for a move back up into 80. So ideally, it comes in, I buy it off 74, and I work it up towards 80. So with an entry at 74, I'm given about, $1.50 stop with like a $6 target. Now, as far as options, and I did sell a put cred actually, a put credit spread actually yesterday in TTD. Same sort of an idea. I didn't get the entry I wanted for long calls yet, but with a put credit spread, I can get in there and start getting involved with the trade without buying directional calls just yet. So with the options, I would go out into the July monthly series, 24 days out, and I will pick up the $75 calls. So I'll do, well, I guess if it's at 74, it'll be slightly out of the money, but this option has a lot of volume, a lot of open interest, as you can see here. And that's what I'll go with, is the $75 calls for the July 21st series, if and when TTD comes into that $74 price level. It's as good as long as this entry is as good as long as we do not break this high. If we come up today and break over this high and then come back down, I don't want it anymore. I want to catch it here for the move over that high. I don't want to buy a pullback. If we fail to break out off of this high. If we break that high and don't break out, I don't then want to buy a failed breakout, right? I want to buy a clean retracement into the price that I want, and then I'm looking for the breakout. All right, so that's what I've got. I hope it helps, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.